Okay, I'm going to show you how we create a drawing with dimensions on it of this vase, but when it's unfolded, so when it's in a flat pattern, so that it can be cut out on the laser cutter, and then you will have a drawing that shows where each of the folds are, so that you know where to heat it up and fold it and bend it. So remember, using the dice in the corner, we can twiddle our vase around, our model around, so that we can see it properly. If it goes all weird, the easiest way is to click on one of the words, and then you can rotate it, and then if you click just on the side arrows, it'll turn it round so that you're looking at it straight on but from the side. So that is the view we want, and then we want to unfold it. Sorry. So we go up to flat pattern, go to flat pattern here, and that unfolds it, and you can see the shapes that we've got, the cutouts and the hole for our vase to go in there. Yours should be wider than mine. This one was one of the old designs that was a much slimmer, much skinnier design. Okay, we've got this, and we now want to take this into a drawing and put our dimensions on. So if we go over to the browser, flat pattern, if we right click here, and then we're going to create a drawing view. So create drawing view. Now remember, although metric is already highlighted, you must highlight it. So we click on metric, and then we're going to click on bsi.dwg. So we're going to do a British Standards drawing, so we double click on the BSI DWG. It's brought our flat pattern in. However, it's tiny. It's brought it in at a scale of 1 to 2. So we need to change that to a scale of 1 to 1. And it should be about that size. Now here I can click on it and drag it near the top of the page, which is what we want. And I can say OK here. The length of yours should be almost the length of the page. If it's only half the page along, it's too short. It means your vase is going to be out of proportion to your test tube, and if it's longer than the page, then it's not going to fit in the laser cutter. The laser cutter can only take a certain size of acrylic, and if your pattern is too long for this page, it won't fit in the laser cutter. Okay, we need to put our dimensions on. To get the dimensions, you need to go up to Annotate, and then we're going to go to, here's our dimensions, we're going to go to Chain Dimension. All we have to do now is click on the end part of our design, and then each of these dotted lines here are the fold lines where the vase, where my design was getting folded. So I click on the end line, and then each of these lines one by one. When I get to the last one, I right click. So I right click, and then I need to left click on the word continue. Now, in case you're down here with your mouse, that's the wrong size we're getting, so just move your mouse up here, and that's what we're looking for. All these dimensions from fold line to fold line. So we just left click again. Now you would expect that that's it finished. It's not. You have to then right click, and you get the word create, and you left click on the word create. So we've got that size, and then I'm just going to go on to this big dimension here, and I'm going to dimension the full length of this. So I click up both ends, pull it down, click again, that was a left click, and just say OK. So I can see the length of mine is 305.38 millimeters. The next thing we want to do is we want to bring in the actual vase when it's folded. So we go back up to Place Views, and we go on to Base, and then we've got folded model. It's brought the model in, but it's in this position, so we need to then, before we click anywhere, we need to use the dice that's appeared and change it so that it's in the right orientation. So that's the correct way I want it, and I can move it down here, there, and say, and make sure that's a scale of 1 to 1 as well, and say OK. The last thing I want you to do is put your name and class down here. So we go to annotate, we go into text, you click and drag a rectangle in this area here, and then you type your full name and your class. And now the name and class is here. Then you're just going to save your work. So to save your work, you have to go to File, Save, and you're going to call it your vase drawing with dimensions, and you save that. I've already got one, so there we go. And that should be it. So then you're ready to get your model saved onto a memory stick and given to Campbell for him to print out. So good luck, and hopefully you'll manage to get to that stage.